G'day and welcome to another video. This time it's a grinder pit. I had one of these before and with the change in the test environment, the behaviour of the robots has changed. And so they attack more frequently and attack animation even when they're not working. So just from a quick tour before we actually get a raid, this Metal 3 is on a 2-to-1 ratio. So you can see there we've got 2 and then 2 on the step for the metal, and then on the hardwood the step is actually 3, so it does 3 and then a creep up, 3 and a creep up. So all of the hardwood all over the structure is in that 3-to-1 space. So we can see we have the 3 blocks and we have the 2 block space. So we actually have 2 blocks and then the next one. So we actually haven't filled it in. We've got lots of gaps. The reason to choose this is it is actually a 4 raid location. How I found this particular one is the road edge has a thin paint which will give you the one edge of your line. I chose the corner because a corner piece because it has 2 lines and will complete a square. So as soon as you get the 2 lines and draw them off and line them up, you get pretty close to getting a center line for your raid center for 4 tiles. So yeah, so that gives you an idea. That is between the 2 edges of the curves there, and then the curve and a straight is on a bit different there. The reason we choose this location and not further up the road is we needed an extra tile that was not water. So if we get on the line here for this peg and look through this post, you can see that edge of that is a water tile, and it's not very wide. We needed a spawnable tile to allow that to happen. So it's not really about the traps that are at the bottom. I've just been mucking around with some. They're not particularly effective. They're not particularly aggressive compared to what I have done in the past. However, they do ragdoll really well, which is what this was all about. Was a ragdoll test using the drills. They rotate around the saw blades, and then the hands in the corners were chosen because I was going to use tires and have them spinning in the corners. But the durability of a hand is actually quite high, so they're actually a very robust piece of building material, and they have the second. They also have a very high friction, so they grab the robots with a lot of ease. So I'll just show you that one. So we've got the rotating drill bits. They do quite a little bit. I'll just have them positioned exactly where they need to be. And then the other 2 buttons just spin up the blades and spin up the drill bits. So it's not a particularly efficient trap, but it gets the job done. So I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll call you guys back in once we have a raid running. Welcome back. Raid counter has 30, just under 20 seconds now to go. Yeah, so looking at the pit from above, the tier 3 metal was basically building outline, not necessarily where it is. On the right hand side of the screen, the tier 3 metal slope is that 2-to-1 I was talking about before. And what you'll notice is we may actually get tote bots hammering away at that metal. So the raid's just started. I'll pull up the pit just to get rid of the lag, and then the robots everything destroyed up real fast. Yeah, so you can see that everything's just walked straight up the hardwood, and it hasn't actually attempted to attack it at all. And we can see at the moment on the right hand side that tote bot is attacking that tier 3 metal. So I've got a few glitched tote bots. We've actually got one on the left side that was glitched into the timber work from a ragdoll. So I'll fix him up, and then we'll have a look at the guy hammering away at the and also too, he didn't actually damage much at all. You can see that he hasn't when his head was stuck, he wasn't attacking above him. So this is the guy I was talking about. He's been attacking away at the tier 3 metal. That's why it is tier 3 metal, so it doesn't get destroyed. But you can see the rest of the pit was just made out of hardwood. Yeah, so it wasn't about the machines in the pit, but just the behaviour of the robots and the new behaviour they have. So yes, we can still trick them into traps, which is really good. If you get your work on that slope I was talking about, so when you're looking from above, it's three blocks and then you step, 3 blocks and the step, and you can get away with low durability material, and we can still have a valid trap. The reason why this one is this particular height is it's serviceable from the edge. I can actually grab a lot of the stuff out of the bottom of the pit, and I can actually grow the seeds there. And you can see from a plant's point of view, I don't know if I've planted everything out, but I've only lost 2 plants in that raid. So this pit is pretty much a viable option. I did craft all the parts. I didn't actually run around and grab all the resources to create this. But it's a demonstration of the behaviour in test, the 4.08 test release, and how we need to change some of the designs that we had previously working in prior to the update. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this gives everyone a little bit of an education as to the behaviour of test and how we can get around some of the durability and block proneness and some of those sort of things.